Yo, what's good, everybody? Crispy Flakes here, bringing y'all another scenario. We kind of been on that train lately of doing player position switches, stuff like that. We did Steph Curry and Russell Westbrook, what if they switched teams? We did LeBron James, Kevin Durant, what if they switched teams? And now I'm looking at what would happen if Klay Thompson and James Harden switched teams. Now I'm not gonna go off the record and say that I think these are the two best shooting guards in the league, because there's guys like DeMar DeRozan, Dwayne Wade, players like that. Even Jimmy Butler that would say otherwise, but definitely two of the top shooting guards in the league. And the reason I picked these two players is because their situations on their teams. James Harden, man. I'm gonna talk while we sim, guys. I'm gonna talk while we sim here. Just those videos, not forever. Although maybe you guys like the longer videos. Okay, simulate through date. But I'm gonna talk here for a second, guys. Okay, so basically the situation I'm looking at here is that, James Harden, of course, when he played for the Thunder for the first few seasons, he was a third option, right? He was, of course, the third option, maybe even the fourth. He was like the sixth man off the bench, wasn't he? Maybe he ended up starting a little bit. I don't really know, but I know he was a sixth man for a long time. I'm not a long time because it was early in his career. And then he went to the Rockets. On the Rockets, he's had some good seasons. He has some great scoring games, always a great scorer. I read on Twitter that he's got like 320 turnovers this season, which is just like asinine, man. That's just ridiculous. And it makes you wonder if he's really if he really should be a ball dominant guard, or if he would be better off ball like a Klay Thompson does out there. Klay Thompson, of course, can handle the rock and whatnot. But Klay Thompson over on the Golden State Warriors, he plays more off ball. Is the ball's mainly in Steph Curry's hand or sometimes Draymond Green. Both are great passers, and the ball's not really in Klay Thompson's hand. But I think from a ball handling standpoint, though, the way that James Harden turns it over, Klay Thompson could do that. So what if Klay Thompson was the number one option shooting guard on a team? What kind of numbers would he put up? And also, how would James Harden do as that off-ball guy on a team like the Golden State Warriors? I guess we saw a little bit on the Thunder, and like I said, man, like he was not putting up the numbers on the Thunder that he was on the Rockets. But like I'm saying, he was earlier in his career. And we all kind of saw after we went to the Rockets, we were all like, yo, they gave Serge Ibaka a contract, but they didn't give James Harden a contract? What's up with that? But a lot of it just deals with, team chemistry and, the players around you and kind of the way the offense is being run, which, of course, correlates with James Harden putting up great numbers, but not so much from ball handling standpoint, like we've been saying in this video. Look at the record. I wasn't even paying attention to this. Like, we got Klay Thompson on the Rockets, so it's not looking very good for him out there. Let's just be honest with that. But of course, in real life, if Klay Thompson was on the Rockets, he would be scoring a lot more. Not to say he doesn't score on the Warriors, because on the Warriors, man, he'll be dropping like 37 points. He'll be shooting like Steph Curry sometimes. But it's just kind of interesting to think about, in my opinion. Maybe you guys think otherwise, but I don't know. I know I had a few people on Twitch telling me, to switch up those players to see what they do on each other's teams. See if any of them make the NBA first team. We got not a single one, not James Harden or Klay Thompson. We got James Harden on the Golden State Warriors making the All-NBA second team alongside Steph Curry, so that's kind of interesting to see. And we all know that, Klay Thompson made the All-NBA third team, so he's still a great season for him too. We got to see what kind of numbers he put up. I don't even know why we checked this. I know James Harden ain't gonna make no goddamn all-defensive team, so why even Klay Thompson actually made all-defensive second team, so he's actually a great defender at that two-guard position. He's 6'7", so he's definitely got length out there. That's typically a height that you see for like a small forward type position in some cases. Let's go ahead, you guys, check out these numbers real quick. Let's see what kind of record the Warriors put up with James Harden out there. Look at the conference records we got. So the Golden State Warriors finished 54-28. So a good record, no doubt. Compared to 73-10 or whatever it is they're doing now, it's not as good. But or 73-9. Get my math right there. Of course, it don't look as good, but 54-28 is still a great season. Where the Houston Rockets, they made the 8th seed, but it's a 500 team. But that all goes down to the players around it too. James Harden doesn't have all that great talent around him. He's got a bitchy Dwight Howard on his team. He got, Patrick Beverley, who's, decent point guard, I guess. Some other guys out there. Where the Golden State Warriors, would be James Harden, but there's still Steph Curry. There's still Draymond Green. There's still Andre Iguodala, guys like that. Let's look at the numbers here real quick. See what they're looking like. So Klay Thompson scoring actually went to 26.5 points per game. I did make him the first option out there. He did shoot 20 times a game. 3-point game, 42%. That's good. That's actually really good. But let's look at his previous seasons. So yeah, from a scoring standpoint, man, his scoring went up by about 5 points. Assists, he probably handled the ball a lot more, so his assists definitely went up. Steals really good. Blocks really good. What kind of turnovers is he averaging though? Okay, so, you he got that James Harden effect going to him where you just handle the ball more. Of course, you're going to turn over more. So he has about 4 turnovers a game. So I actually got to see kind of what James Harden's numbers went down now, too. Okay, so Warriors, James 0.5 points per game. So, I mean, he went right in that role alongside Steph Curry. And, they actually put up very similar numbers, from a rebound standpoint, assists, all that. But let's, turnovers per game, 2.6 for James Harden. So those numbers actually went down. Let's see what he was in the past, though. Yeah, last year, man. Houston Rockets. So a full Houston Rockets season. 4 turnovers a game for James Harden. Goes on the Golden State Warriors here, and that goes down. Vice versa, Klay Thompson was at about like 2 a game when he was on the Warriors, but it went up to 4 when he went to the Rockets. So it's just handling that ball more is, I guess, what I'm trying to get at here, guys. But yeah, from a scoring standpoint, I mean, James Harden really helped this team out, tremendously. Similar scoring numbers as he's done in years past on the Houston Rockets. And of course, this was his Thunder days, so scoring not as high, but he wasn't shooting as much, as a third option. We're gonna go ahead though and simulate this playoffs here. Hopefully we get the goddamn Houston Rockets going up against the Golden State Warriors. But that's kind of wishful thinking. I think the Rockets are gonna get knocked out first round by the Thunder. Let's simulate current round. Okay. Yeah, Rockets eliminated, so that's fine. I mean, I didn't expect them to make it past it. We still got the Golden State Warriors here, so we'll just go ahead and simulate current round again. And okay, we in the final, or no, we in the Western Conference Finals with the Golden State Warriors. Simulate current round. Ooh, okay, we in the finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers with James Harden and Steph Curry. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to say it surprises me at all. And the Golden State Warriors with James Harden ended up winning the championship, man. Let's go ahead, guys, and I'm going to push start here real quick. See who got that finals MVP. Steph Curry got it at 34.7 points per game. Still great numbers for him. Let's skip through this all real quick here so I can take a quick look at the... I might have skipped on accident. All right, my bad, guys. I accidentally went too fast, man. Got too crispy out there. Got going too hard. So I missed the playoff stats. But usually the playoff stats are very similar, especially for a winning team. I expect, James Harden probably put up the same 27 points per game since he won the championship. Where when you lose in the first round, typically the top scorer, like Klay Thompson, probably went down a few points. That's usually what happens with like the lower seeds. But hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. And give me your suggestions for more player switches you want to see in scenarios and all that good stuff. And peace.